Well, good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Well, things appear to be bright and sunny this morning. The Nasdaq's up just over 2% in the pre-market, undoing some of the damage that was done the other day. The Dow's up just 100 points and change, while the S&P 500 is up nearly 50 points in the pre-market. So that certainly points to a higher open. At the same time, commodities are trading off this morning. And once again, in percentage terms, it's silver leading commodities lower on Thursday morning. Now, I'm doing this presentation ahead of a whole whack of economic numbers that come out at 8:30, including jobless claims. For the past couple of months, the market really hasn't reacted much to those economic numbers. They've been more focused on the chip stocks than anything else. Speaking of chip stocks, IBM announced some chip technology, and the stock is up in the pre-market this morning, and that's helping the Dow move higher. We're up over 3%, and we're just currently trading just a couple of ticks over the upper channel line, so we'll have to see if we end the day above that level. Now, Micron, of course, is in the news. It came out with earnings last night, and the stock rocketed higher in the after-hours trading. Yesterday, we traded slightly below the lower channel line, tried to find support at the $1,000 level, and came back up into the channel, still closing down a little under 1/3% yesterday. So we're rocketing higher in the pre-market. Remember, 1250 was our daily, weekly, monthly top of our projected trading range here. And we're currently trading up above the recent high, not all the way up to 1250 just yet, but we're getting pretty close to it in the pre-market. And that's the main reason the NASDAQ is currently trading higher. Speaking of the NASDAQ, second day of a sell signal, we were down yesterday, 0.42%. And we're still well off the recent low there. We're currently trading up in the channel, not enough to give us a buy signal at the moment, but if at the end of the day we close above 733.42, that would give us a new daily buy signal and head us up towards 750 once again. Now, we recently put in a lower high. We've got a nice open gap there, which is currently above where we're trading. We're trading at 725 and change. 734.39 is the bottom of that open gap. So we'll see if the market wants to try to fill that on Thursday. Now, the VIX is on a buy signal right now. Of course, we were looking for a bigger breakout than just this little buy signal here, but here we are coming down in the pre-market on Thursday morning. Both the major VIX ETFs are still on sell signals. Yes, they traded up to the upper channel line for the past couple of days, but did not close above it. So still waiting for a buy signal in the VIX ETFs, which we're probably not going to get on Thursday. Now, people have been talking about the US dollar continuing to rocket higher. Of course, that is against all the other currencies. So the Australian dollar making a new low for the British pound yesterday. The Canadian dollar has been on quite a losing streak over the last month or so. There's the euro also making a new low yesterday. And yeah, it peaked back in early April and has been selling off ever since. The Japanese yen has stalled here. It has been on quite a down move as well, but over the past week it has tried to find support down here. And there's the Swiss franc also making a new low on Wednesday. Looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're trading lower this morning. We're trying to hold the recent low in both of those, and those lows are going to be challenged on Thursday. Looking at the major commodity ETFs, we've got crude oil making a new low. It's trading lower this morning. Gasoline finally broke $100. It closed at 98.42, so no change there. You can remain short gasoline. Nothing going on with natural gas. Still trying to find a reasonable breakout here. But if we look at this chart, you can see we've made a series of higher lows. We just haven't made a lot of higher highs just yet. Looking at this chart, you can see natural gas is starting to make a series of higher lows, but we really haven't made higher highs, and that's what we're waiting for. Looking at the energy stocks in Toronto, we're trying to hold that April low. Otherwise, 23.44 is our next target to the downside. And in the U.S., they're doing a great job of holding 53.13. Of course, if that breaks, we'd look for a move down to $50. Looking at the metals, we've got copper gapping lower once again on Wednesday. Copper miners also gapping lower, taking out all the recent lows, heading to the lows from back in March. Gold continued to move lower on Wednesday. Silver continued to move lower on Wednesday, as did palladium and platinum. Uranium is holding steady at the moment, still on a sell signal here. No joy for the gold stocks. They're trying to hold the recent low, whether you're looking in Toronto, New York, the juniors, the silver miners, the junior silver miners, all trying to hold the recent low. Those lows might break on Thursday. Let's finish off this morning's presentation looking at some winners and losers. And the iShares for the TSX 60 had an inside day on Wednesday. The big winner was Shopify. It's back on a buy signal as of Wednesday's close, while First Quantum continued to gap lower on Wednesday. For the Vanguard Canada ETF, we're definitely on a sell signal here. Boyd was the big winner. It is back on a buy signal. Unfortunately, the pros do not seem to be that interested, so we may see another failed buy signal for Boyd. What didn't work, NovaGold was the big loser on the day. Then looking at the Dow's still on a buy signal here. Home Depot was the big winner, and it traded above the recent high, so the April high is certainly in play. What didn't work? Well, Chevron was the big loser on the day, and it's making a new low for this move on Wednesday. Looking at the S&P 500, we're trading up in the channel at the moment. Looking at builders, they were the big winner on the day, so we can head towards those April highs. Then looking at what didn't work, Apollo was down once again on Wednesday, down over 6% on the day. Then looking at the NASDAQ 100, we talked about this earlier. The big winner was Booking, and the big loser on the day was Rocket Labs, making a new low for this move, trying to find support at the April lows, and we'll see if that gets tested on Thursday. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Once again, chips are taking a leadership role to the upside, and we'll just have to see how far this little bounce in the market will take us. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Friday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.